Oh, the justice of life. The sweet, undeniable poetry of karma, the symphony of consequences orchestrated for those who wronged you. The ones who tore at your soul with ruthless hands now walk a path devoid of light. Their road is paved with regrets, haunted by their missteps at every turn. But for you, my friend, the story is different. At the end of your tunnel, there shines a radiant beacon, a glow of hope, healing, and peace, untouchable by their shadows. They thought they could extinguish your light, didn't they? Every sharp word, every act of betrayal, every calculated move was designed to shatter you, to reduce your spirit to ruins. They wanted to see you fall, your essence scattered like dust on the wind. But you held on not just to your strength, but to the unyielding fire within you. That fire, now blazing brighter than ever, is guiding you to a future they can't even comprehend. Their darkness is a creation of their own hands. Every deceitful word, every wound they inflicted, every moment they took you for granted, it's all returning to them like shadows chasing them in the dead of night. Their guilt whispers relentless reminders of the treasure they carelessly discarded. They played their games, but life doesn't deal in games, it deals in consequences. And now, the reckoning has come. Oh, they'll try to run from it, they always do. They'll drown themselves in shallow distractions, surround themselves with noise to escape the deafening silence of their own guilt. But the truth is relentless. It lingers. It festers. Every glance in the mirror reveals the undeniable truth: they had everything and threw it all away. Meanwhile, you've risen above the ashes, stronger, wiser, untouchable. The light ahead isn't just a destination, it's your reward, a life of clarity, purpose, and strength. You've let go of their toxicity, left behind the weight they placed on your shoulders. They'll whisper your name, haunted by the memories of you. They'll wonder where you are, if you still think of them. But here's the twist: their thoughts no longer matter. Your journey moves forward, toward the light that's been waiting for you all along. Their shadows are theirs to bear now, a never-ending loop of regrets playing on repeat. It's poetic, isn't it? How the ones who sought to break you ended up breaking themselves. The light they tried to dim burns brighter than ever, illuminating your path while they stumble in the darkness. Your scars aren't signs of defeat, they're symbols of resilience. Let them sit in the chaos they created, the emptiness they chose over love and connection. It's no longer your burden to bear. They underestimated you, thought you were a pawn in their twisted games. But you shattered their illusions, stepped out of their shadows, and reclaimed your worth. They'll never see an ending like this coming, sitting in the ruins of their own making, realizing you were the irreplaceable force they never valued. Their shallow games have left them wounded, while your strength and clarity have paved the way for an unshakable future. You've learned, haven't you? Learned to see through the smiles that conceal knives, the wolves in sheep's clothing. You've risen above their cycle of mistakes, unchained yourself from their toxic patterns. Their entitlement blinded them, made them believe they had an eternal claim to your kindness, your patience, your love. But love isn't a blank check. It's a shared treasure, not something to be taken for granted. Now they sit clutching memories, wishing they had treated you better when they had the chance. Behind closed doors, they dissect their mistakes, replaying every selfish act, every cruel word. But their regret is not your concern. You've moved forward, stepped into a world of possibility, leaving their chaos behind. That's the ultimate victory, not revenge, but the quiet power of rising above. They'll try to replace you, but what you brought into their life was singular, irreplaceable. They'll never find it again. Life has a way of balancing the scales. The pain they handed you has circled back to them, amplified. While they wrestle with their guilt and remorse, you found peace, clarity, and strength they'll never understand. Your scars are trophies, not chains. They tell the story of storms survived, battles won, and a future reclaimed. The beauty of your journey lies in what's ahead, the people who will see you, value you, and lift you higher. They're waiting for you, just as you've been waiting for them. This chapter isn't about those who hurt you, it's about what you're building, the life that lies ahead. What's meant for you won't destroy you, it will elevate you. Their downfall is theirs to face. You've already done your part by walking away, by breaking free, by choosing yourself. Now life will handle the rest, delivering the karma they've earned. They thought you'd always be there, thought time was endless. But time ran out and the door has closed. They'll watch you rise from afar, haunted by the glow they can't touch, the happiness they can't reach. Their chapter in your story is over. So walk tall, my friend. Keep moving forward. The past is a shadow, and you're not meant to live in shadows. You're destined for brilliance, for a future overflowing with light and promise. Let them sit in the darkness they created. That's their consequence, not your concern. Your triumph is your freedom, your unbreakable spirit, and your relentless pursuit of the light. You've won in the most profound way possible by rising above. Let them feel the weight of their choices. Your journey is brighter than ever, and it's yours alone. But this is just the beginning. You see, the beauty of your rise isn't just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about building a life so fulfilling, so unshakable, that it becomes the ultimate testament to your resilience. Every moment they doubted you, every sneer, every condescending glance, they all fuel the fire that now burns with unstoppable brilliance. They will sit there, paralyzed in their regret, watching you ascend higher and higher, grasping for remnants of what they lost. But here's the truth: they'll never reach you. Because your elevation is not just physical, it's spiritual. It's a transformation that goes beyond what they can comprehend. While they drown in the consequences of their own selfishness, you're building a legacy, one they'll whisper about, but never truly understand. And oh, how life has a way of making the lesson sting. Their regret isn't just a passing feeling, it's a storm that rages endlessly. Every choice they made, every careless action, circles back like a shadow they can't escape. They wanted to dim your light, but now it's your radiance that blinds them. They thought they had won, but the game they played was rigged by their own hands. You don't need their apologies, their explanations, or their shallow attempts to mend what's broken. You've outgrown it. You've outgrown them. Because when you rise, when you soar, the weight of their betrayal becomes insignificant, a pebble on the path to greatness. But here's the real power: you no longer care. Their whispers, their glances, their regret, it's all noise, fading into the distance as you march forward with purpose. While they're stuck replaying the past, you're writing new chapters, creating new victories, and finding new joy. Let them stay in their maze of what-ifs and should-haves. That's their prison, not yours. You've unlocked the door and stepped into a world that celebrates you, not the broken version they tried to create, but the fierce, unstoppable force you've become. So, my friend, walk boldly into your future. With every step, remember, their regret is not your burden, and their darkness is not your story. You are the light that rises above it all. And that light, it's not just survival, it's triumph. Keep shining, keep moving. The world is waiting, and you've only just begun.